Come back for race one on this big program at Albion Park.
My legs are like tree trunks, and when tree trunks walk together, they chafe. But Step 1 has got you covered. We put these Lycra panels between the legs. It glides when you walk. Step 1 is made from bamboo. Bamboo wicks away your sweat, which lets you breathe. We've got free shipping, over 1,500 5-star reviews, and a first pair guaranteed. Love them, or they're free. So if you want underwear that won't ride up, won't trap sweat, and won't chafe, you can buy them online at step1.life. Step 1, get some.
Looking for one of Australia's most spectacular nights of Group 1 harness racing? Look to Blacks Are Fake Queensland Championship Night, Albion Park, Saturday night, with the Clash of the Titans in the Group 1 Blacks Are Fake Grand Circuit finale, and the Next Gen Stars in the Group 1 Queensland Derby and Triad finals. There's only one place for ultimate harness excitement this Saturday night. Blacks Are Fake Queensland Championship Night at Albion Park, part of the 2019 TAB Queensland Winter Racing Carnival.
All right, welcome back here to Albion Park. Group 1 racing tonight, times 4, but the Blacks Are Fake's the biggest in the program. We're 90 seconds away from the first on the card. It's a competitive betting affair. Number 5 is the favourite at the moment. That is one hell of a ride. But Brittany Graham's got a guest out there. I reckon it might be Bernie Hewitt.
Thanks very much for that, Jace. Yes, the first not too far away at all. Bernie Hewitt plays a big hand in this race. He has 3 runners. He's chosen to take the reins on Royal Story. She comes up with the best draw. Is that behind your decision-making here with this drive?
Yeah, just my wife's in partnership with this mare and with some friends from down our way. So, yeah, she's a lovely big mare and just come up with the ace draw and thought I'd have a drive on her, yeah.
She's been drawing poorly, so it's welcome news to get this one draw. Do you think you can take advantage of it? And if you think you can, do you want to try and lead these all of the way?
Look, she's probably better with the trial, so if there's pressure there, I might well take the trial, but she's won quite a lot of races in front too. She's pretty versatile.
Best of luck here.
All right, thanks, Brett.
Bernie Hewitt there driving the one here, Royal Story, as we clear the track. They're not too far away from scoring up here, and that's welcome news to me. It sounds as though Bernie would like to take a trail if the right horse arrives, and I think that right horse could be the 5 here, that being one hell of a ride. Now, this is an interesting runner. It's first up for over 12 months, has trialled on a few occasions at Menangle, and also first up for a new stable. It's with the clerk of the course here, and looks to be fairly well on its toes, but it trialled at Menangle in 1:51 and 8, home in 26 and 1, so looks to have good gate speed, looks to be the potential leader, and if it runs a mile rate like it was able to under trial conditions, it will be right up to a race of this nature. I've put the one Royal Story in for second, looks to gain the perfect trail throughout and is racing well without a great deal of luck. The 8 in for third, that's what I said, was a good winner here last start, made that back-to-back victory. It's just a bit of a tricky draw here inside of the second row, and the 9 in for third, the Ideal Dancer, was able to get its first Queensland victory last start at Redcliffe. This is a rise in grade, but maybe a bit of further confidence after that win. So it's a first on a huge night of racing here at Albion Park, and the man behind the microphone is Chris Barsby. Let's head up to him now.
So they're coming up. Thanks, Brittany. Welcome along. This is the first of 10. Biggest race night of the year here in Queensland. The TAB Blacks Are Fake Queensland Championship, a Group 1 Grand Circuit event. It wraps up the current season for Australian Pacing Gold, who sponsor the Grand Circuit for 2018-19. It's race 8 on the card, the big one, 9 o'clock start time. This is the first of 10. One hell of a ride running favourite. He's been a little easy late. He's first up, but he's well fancied. 1 mile is the journey now for race 1. And these runners are moving up well. So we're just about set. Stand by now. There's the light. They're off and pacing. Royal Story from the inside, fast away. One hell of a ride from the centre of the line is charging the arm, and he's going to burn off Royal Story. Right about Lexi away third. That's what I said, the inside. Jillaby Mako deep, but going forward. The Ideal Dancer going down to the inside. Airtime is next. Let's Catch Me If You Can. Our Bondi Beach taken off the arm and going right back to the rear from the wide draw. The announcer, lead time 3.3. Put on the front end, up on the engine. It's one hell of a a Ride. He leads out 5 metres. Royal Story sitting in second spot. Jillaby Mako third, parked out. That's What I Said. 4-3 back the inside. Right about Lexi. 1 by 1. Over on the inside, the Ideal Dancer covered up by Airtime. Our Bondi Beach, Let's Catch Me If You Can. And the announcer whipped them in to the turn out of the straight now. 900 metres left to run. First quarter, 26-7. So he was used hard early. This favourite, One Hell of a Ride. He works past the midway point, leading 5 metres. Second quarter, it was tripped in 30.6. Jillaby Mako without cover. Leaders back third, Royal Story. Right about Lexi, 1-1. 3 back on the inside. That's What I Said. There goes Airtime. He makes a move. Solo 3 wide. The Ideal Dancer buried 4 back the inside. Let's Catch Me If You Can. He's got 3 wide cover. He tracks up behind Airtime. Our Bondi Beach and the announcer. They start to pack up now as they race off the back with 400 metres left to run. Third quarter in 27.8. Leading the way, One Hell of a Ride, and the margin opens up. Dawson's about to feed him Racetrack, and he gets away. The margin 7 metres. Royal Story second. Jillaby Mako. He taps out. That's What I Said, trying to force clear. The Ideal Dancer heads the rest. They're into the home straight, and it's all One Hell of a Ride. One Hell of a Ride bounded away. Margin 10 metres. The races for the place. That's What I Said. Royal Story fight it out, but One Hell of a Ride. One Hell of a Ride was brilliant, beating That's What I Said. Royal Story, the Ideal Dancer, Jillaby Mako, our Bondi Beach, right about Lexi. Let's Catch Me If You Can, the announcer, Airtime. Final split 26-4. He's paced the mile. First up in 51-4.
Albion Park is on fire. What a way to start the program. 151-4. Wowee. One Hell of a Ride wins all the way for Nathan Dawson and Jared Alchin. First up from a break. Brilliant trial as mentioned, and Brittany's ensured that she will not be walking the track tonight. 1 tip, 1 winner. And at a price for a horse who won as easily as it did, $2.50 and $2.20. That's What I Said, $1.60 and $1.20 for Royal Story. So a peg line trifecta in the first at Albion Park, 5, 8 and 1. And that's going to be the issue later in the program for the very good horse, the champion, Tiger Tara. He's drawn wide in the second row, and if those pegs are on fire the way they were in the first, we'll monitor it as we go ahead. But if that's the way the track's playing, that's going to make it exponentially more difficult for Tiger Tara, who's taken all before him in season 2018-19. Race 8 at Morphettville, not too far away from a start. Brass likes 1, 3, 6 and 4 here. 1, 3, 6 and 4. It's been a good competitive betting race all the way through. There's some handy types here. Danger Deal, I reckon, resumes from a break. You've got Mr. Hamilton in there as well. And they're getting set nicely now for the final race in the program and the final of our Metropolitan Thoroughbred races across this Saturday afternoon. Let's go now to race 8 at Morphettville.
New racetrack. Big fields all day, no doubt. Lots of nominations. And the new track will open next Wednesday. Messino walks up. And Pretiosa to complete the line. Last event here at Morphettville. Pretiosa walks in. So we are all in the gates. The red light blinks. Set to run, racing, perfect line too by the starter. Raging Queen won the start, but there's Mr. Hamilton now flying over to find the lead. Pale Ale and Pretiosa progress forward, and meanwhile Raging Queen takes hold, and Lowe slips back to fourth. Then Messino, gap of a length and a half to Marina. Well back T-Rup, they're running along. Danger Deal and Swipe Me Right. These two declare each other. Pretiosa the outside of Mr. Hamilton. They race down the back, 4 clear. Pale Ale third, Raging Queen fourth, the rail about 5 off the pace. Messino's on her outside, 2 lengths away in the field, then to Marina, then T-Rup, Danger Deal and Swipe Me Right. Into the straight they're about to come, 450 out, and towards the bend they come. Mr. Hamilton narrowly, Pretiosa moving up out wide, Pale Ale and Messino, Raging Queen, the run's about to come for her, and Lowe's about to come through on her. Inside the 250, here she comes. She's out after Pale Ale. Messino still there, the outside. Swipe Me Right joining in. It's on the inside, Pale Ale. Messino out wide, Swipe Me Right. Then came Raging Queen. Swipe Me Right going to Pale Ale. They're a good Quinella. And on the outside, Swipe Me Right won. Pale Ale maybe in this photo second from Raging Queen. Then Messino further back in the field. Then came towards the rear, Danger Deal from Marina. Well back was T-Rup, Mr. Hamilton, Pretiosa last in.
That Tinder reference for Terry McCullough's final call, swipe me right. I don't even know what that means, not on the app myself. $10.90 and $2.60. Pale Ale at $4. Raging Queen third, 7, 2 and 6 race 8 at Morpheville. And as mentioned, that wraps up the Metropolitan Thoroughbred Racing right around the country today. The first at Melton's less than a minute away. Heavy support as expected here for number 13, Lift and Talk. Very smart customer. Anybody who saw this horse go around in a semi-final of the Vic Bred Super Series for the 4-year-old Entires and Geldings will know how good he is. He came for near enough to last, made a dazzling and sustained 3-wide move and gave Rackham Up Tiger Pie, a Ballarat Cup silver medalist, a genuine scare. Now, here's what's going to happen, I reckon, at the start. I know you look at the form guide and say he's drawn barrier 13 outside the second row. The puppet, Chris Salford, is just going to follow through and in my estimation, will just keep progressing forward from wide on the second row to find the lead within 600 metres. 2 of the last 5 times, Lift and Talk has drawn wide second line draws. That's exactly what the puppet's done, just whipped around and assumed the lead mid-race. And nothing in this race, to my eye, is going to make any attempt to resist Lift and Talk when he makes that bid for the front. Once he gets there, as long as they haven't run a 42-second lead time, he just wins the race. So you were getting a little bit better than that earlier. Lift and Talk maybe close to yours for theirs, but all the way into $1.65 now. In fact, that's a good quote, better than $1.55 that he just was a moment ago. Number 1, Yankee Roller, is the second favourite here, and clearly so. I'm not sure he should be. My numbers are 13, 6, 9 and 1. I've gone with a couple of progressive types, Boyfriend Bondi and Deadly Assassin, to potentially fill out exotics at decent prices. And in for 4th, Yankee Roller. I think he might get crossed at least once early on, Yankee Roller. That's the concern for him. But if you just want one straight out bet on the race, make it Lift and Talk. And if you're filling out those early quaddies, I'd suggest all you need in this race is number 13. My number's 13, 6, 9 and 1, scoring up nicely for race 1. Here's Dan Malecki.
Second pick, and a clear second pick is Yankee Roller, drawn the pole. Ready for the first of 10, Tabcorp Park, Melton. Green light goes on, racing. And Yankee Roller's trying to kick up and hold out Nomi Malone, which it will do. Going up 3 wide, Dansbro. Easing back was Travelling Past You. Then deeper out on the track into the first 2 and Boyfriend Bondi. Micro Meteor's about midfield, but it's also 3 deep. Yankee Roller held up from the inside gate. Smile Lyle settles in behind it. Third the outside at the moment, Dansbro. But Boyfriend Bondi is about to slide past it, and likewise Micro Meteor. Then came Deadly Assassin, 3 back along the inside of Nomi Malone. Going down to the pegs is Smart Little Shard. On the outside of it, Travelling Past You, and then about 5 metres back to Big Gun Johnny. Second last is Lift and Talk, and drifting back to the tail end of the field, CC in America. Lead time 46.1, and it's Yankee Roller. The second favourite is in front, Micro Meteor. Eventually moved up to get to second. Leaders back, Smile Lyle afforded the run of the race, and then fourth on the outside is Boy from Bondi. Next is Deadly Assassin, who's 3 back along the pegs. On the outside, sixth is Dansbro. Smart Little Shard 4 back on the inside as they make their way around the turn. 1,200 left to travel. Then Nomi Malone, followed by Travelling Past You, Big Gun Johnny. The favourite second last with 1,200 left to travel, Lift and Talk. And at the end of the field, as they come down the straight, a lap out is CC in America. 46.1 lead time, first quarter 30.4, and the leader is Yankee Roller. From Micro Meteor, 3 metres away. Smile Lyle is in behind them, running third. 1 out, 1 back, Boy from Bondi. Then Deadly Assassin. Dansbro outside, Smart Little Shard. Big Gun Johnny takes off, so Lift and Talk gets the cover it needs. It's tracking up nicely, 3 wide, 30 off the lead. Then came Nomi Malone from Travelling Past You, and CC in America is now in the 3 wide line. Second quarter, 30.1, and the leader is Yankee Roller down the back straight, 3 metres to Micro Meteor. On the inside, Smile Lyle awaits the Garrard sprint lane, 3 wide, Big Gun Johnny. Then the favourite, Lift and Talk's 3 wide with cover, 15 off the lead. In between runners, Boy from Bondi, and then Deadly Assassin, Dansbro and CC in America. Off the back straight in 28.1, Yankee Roller is felt for now, 2 metres in front of in second, Micro Meteor. 3 out, Big Gun Johnny. Lift and Talk, the widest runner, and then CC in America. Yankee Roller, though, a couple of metres clear. Smile Lyle Roll about to get the run. Lifton Talk down the outsides, finishing it off. Then CC in America. It's the favourite Lifton Talk zooming up to hit the lead. CC in America up to second from Smile Lyle, but it's Lifton Talk. The first favourite gets the prize. Lifton Talk beats CC in America and Smile Lyle. A good go for fourth. Micro Meteors battled on really well as most prominent. Deadly Assassin made ground. Yankee Roll a weekend late from Boy from Bondi. Then Dan's Bro, Nomi Malone, Smart Little Shard, Travelling Past You and Big Gun Johnny Weekend. 28 won the final quarter and the mile rate was 157.1 for Aldebaran Park.
I'll be honest with you, I thought the puppet had left Lifton Talk a lot to do in that race, but he was way too good for his rivals. 13, 5 and 8. CC in America second, Smile Lyle third. Good value for exotics, but $1.40 about the winner. Emma Stewart and Clayton Tonkin. The show rolls on. Race 2 at Bendigo about to go. Let's head to the second at Bendigo. Favourite here, number 2, has been well supported, 230 into 175.
Thanks for that, John. They're moving in and we're almost set to go. This is race number 2, the Chasers Function Centre. Short price favourite Impatient Miss looking to make it 2 in a week. And they're all set. Ready now. Lower swings, they're racing and away well. Impatient Miss as the King gets to second. Now Work Zone went around the outside of it, followed by Elfie Mikado, Gypsy Shane. Out the back is Cast and Rock Like Jagger. The favourite Impatient Miss zooms away out by 5 over Work Zone, Elfie Mikado. Next is a King and Cast, but for home Impatient Miss is going to back up its win from Monday. It's well clear in the straight over Work Zone and Impatient Miss wins by 3. Work Zone second, Elfie Mikado got close, ran on well, followed by Scissor King Cast. Well back was Rock Like Jagger, Gypsy Shane in 24.07.
Favourite punters feeling on very good terms of themselves there. Impatient Miss well back, 230 into 1.7. Clearly gets the job done over Work Zone and Elfie Mikado. 2, 7 and 6 your numbers there. Race 2 at Bendigo. Not far away from the 5th at Belmont. And that's over 2,000 metres, the key clean handicap. And the market looks a little like this. We've got a very short price favourite here, and it is Zaratit. It's been $2.40 into $1.85. Sugar Cane's been 5 out to $5.50. And the rest, look, Uncle Lino's been 16 into 13, a touch of specking. Going the other way is Media Baron, 9.50 out to 14. And the rest have been either solid in the market or probably just a touch easy. So, classic case of trying to get something out of Willie Pike here, race 5 in the program, the first leg of the quad. He jumps from gate 1, so you'll see it clearly, and hopefully it's up on the speed. Early doors, low weight, $2.40 into $1.85. Punters are chips in here. As mentioned, for the same stable, Grant and Alana Williams, Sugar Cane has been just a touch easy, 5 out to $5.50, and everything else is in double figures, with Uncle Lino being the only one that's had a smattering of support. 16, now into 13, now into 11, so a little move at double figure odds for number 10, Uncle Lino, but Zaratide is the one that the punters want to win this one. $2.40 into $1.85, about 20 seconds to go before the 5th at Belmont. Then we go to Darwin for a feature race there, and not long after that, hopefully we'll get Brittany Graham back in the studio to discuss some of the markets for the other Group 1s tonight here at Albion Park. But for now, let's go out to the west, race 5 at Belmont.
Tight into 185, they keep piling it on. Drawn gate 1, they're ready. No sign of the red light at all, but they're racing regardless. Celtic Court, Uncle Lino, the first to spring away from the stalls from I'm a Love Man. Out also pretty well Zara Tight. Just Delayed is going to be handy. Right behind them, Dealing, who'll be ridden off the pace. Around it goes Spiritual Warrior in the early stages, and Blue Tracer joins both of those down near the rail. It was followed by Barbie Will Do, then This Away, Royal Strata, Sugar Cane getting well back, Musical Art, and last of all from its wide gate Media Baron. Uncle Lino, who they've spec'd in from $26 to $14, leads them over to the back. 1,450 to go. Uncle Lino making play early by a length to I'm a Love Man, and Celtic Court. Just Delayed's up running 4th, and then the heavily back Commodity Zara Tight down on the inside, just going a little keenly. Spiritual Warrior going up to join it, followed after 3/4 of a length to Dealing between those two horses, and then came Blue Tracer. There's Royal Strata on the move and gliding around the outside, going up in advance of This Away. They're being followed by Media Baron, popping out 3 deep as well. Back on the fence to Barbie Will Do, 1,000 from home. Then came Musical Art, and Sugarcane had found herself back last of all. They're about to leave the back of the track with 900 left to go, and Uncle Lino calling the shots. 3/4 of a length in front with the rain falling. Running second, I'm a Love Man, and Celtic Court's on the inside of Just Elated. Around them, Spiritual Warrior. Back behind those, waiting for the runs to come, Zara Tight, travelling full of running. And now going forward, Royal Strata with Dealing still between them. A bit more than a length, the Blue Tracer. Down on the inside, Media Baron trying to work into it wide out on the course from this away. Sugarcane well back. Barbie Will Do under the Persuader, and Musical Art. Homeward bound, Uncle Lino first into the bend. More than a length clear, I'm a Love Man. Just Elated. Royal Strata letting down. Now where's Zara Tight? Going for a split back inside of them. He's winding up now as Royal Strata reaches the lead. Here comes Zara Tight. Here comes the Wizard. 150 to go. He boots Zara Tight away. He's drawn clear from Royal Strata, and the Australian riding record is for W. Pike. Comes away. Zara Tight beat Uncle Lino. Royal Strata. I'm a Love Man. Dealing, followed by Media Baron, Sugarcane, and then Blue Tracer, Spiritual Warrior. Just Elated back with Celtic Court. This away, Barbie Will Do, and Musical Art is last of all.
Congratulations to Willie Pike. He takes that riding record out. Well done. Number 13, Zara Tight at $1.70 and $1.20. Number 10, Uncle Lino, $2.80. And number 9, Royal Strata at $9.70. 13, 10, 9, race 5 at Belmont. Well, we're just over 2 minutes out from the feature of the day here in Darwin. It's the second leg of the Ladbrokes Triple Crown, the $135,000 Ladbrokes NT Derby. It's over 2,000 metres. The Blue Riband of racing here in the top end, and the favourite is number 7, the Guineas winner, Poets Landing, looking to go back to back and keep those Triple Crown hopes alive. He's 240 into 215 on the NTOP. He's trained, of course, by Lloyd Kennewell at Caulfield. He's been in the care of his Lloyd's father Gary here since he came to Darwin, and Paul Shires looking to win his 6th derby. His previous 5, Brad Starr, Hawke's Bay, the Ruffian, host of the party, and 2 years ago on Billet Doux. I've got him on top here at Poets Landing. He showed a good turn of foot winning the Guineas. He's drawn awkwardly out at barrier 11, but it'll give Paul plenty of time to slot him in just where he needs to go with this good long run to the first corner. 7 on top for me, ahead of number 9, and that is Sir Garfield. Greg Connor, the Alice Springs trainer, puts the polish on the Big Grey, and Raymond Viger. He won this race just a handful of years ago, 2015, with Flying Tormentor. He takes the mount on Sir Garfield. His run in the Guineas was good, and I think the trip of 2,000 metres will suit. He's 11s out to $13. In for third, number 6, Pagman. His run in the Guineas behind Poets Landing was excellent. He finished second. Never goes a bad race, does Pagman. And, of course, trained by Gary Clark. All the best to Gary. He's also got number 8, Sava 2XL, engaged here. Kim Gladwin aboard Pagman. Brendan Davis on Sava 2XL. Both former Derby winning jockeys. And my 4th selection, number 2, Country Cop. He's a big drifter. $9.50 out to $16 for popular young trainer Chris Nash and young jockey Mitch Aiken. But 7, 9, 6 and 2 the numbers for me as they start to load for the Derby, the Ladbrokes NT Derby, on a huge day here in Darwin. Day 4 of the carnival as we build towards the crescendo of the Palmerston in a fortnight's time, and in 16 days the big race here in Darwin, the $200,000 Great Northern Darwin Cup. Will the Derby winner today be a force in the Darwin Cup in a couple of weeks? We'll soon know as they start to load away here. In goes Sir Garfield, the Big Grey. You won't miss him in the run. Michael Hickmont, he has number 1, Ormond Zoo, and number 12, General Factor, engaged. Will a filly win for only the 4th time in the Derby? That's General Factor. Only a handful left to load. Starter Jack O'Neill will be going to his stand any tick of the clock. We'll hand you up to the top of the grandstand. Good luck for his call in the Ladbrokes NT Derby. Here's Craig Sant.
Last to link in, Kim Gladwin just riding the last winner, and we look set here, folks. Radio audience, join us for the big one, the NT Derby. Starter gets into position, running 2,000 metres. Poets Landing, gate 11, our favourite, red light on. Set. Pagman a little edgy. General Factor settles with Sir Garfield. Gates fly back in there racing in the Derby, and It's Magic the inside pinged out nicely. So did Sava 2XL. Sir Garfield got away quite nicely. Country Cop and Pagman are just getting tagged back in the field, and Mary Magic's on the improve with General Factor, Tomb Raider and Ormond Zura all pushing forward into that first turn. So pretty keen going into that first turn at the mile and taking stock. Sava 2XL was able to hold the lead and sets it up now length in front of General Factor. Mary Magic threaded 3 wide early. It's Magic lobs into 4th into a good spot. Sir Garfield just gets back off those, settling down from Pagman the inside. Tomb Raiders wide, and so's Ormond Zoo deep. Poet's Landing 3 wide, but he's got a bit of cover in front of him going to the back of the course. Country Cop getting back then from Momentum Amethyst, and Vasal's the last one. So inside the 1300, he's backed it off here, Brendan Davis, with Sava 2XL, and he goes along comfortably at his own leisure. 3/4 in front of Mary Magic, who moved up into second spot. Running third, the leaders back. General Factor getting a beautiful run, the filly. A length back then in the field to Tomb Raider from Sir Garfield, travelling well. It's Magic the inside. Between runners, Country Cop. Poet's Landing obliged to race 3 wide, but he's on the back of Tomb Raider. Over on the inside, Momentum Amethyst. Pagman getting shuffled back with Ormond Zoo, and Vasal starts a run at the 7, where Sava 2XL going along nicely. A length in front of General Factor, comes off its back now, moves up quickly. A length back to It's Magic. Poet's Landing coming into the race now. It's got to a clear third as the pressure goes on. Sir Garfield 5th, and then Momentum Amethyst. Vasal's got back with Country Cop, dropping out Mary Magic. Tomb Raider, Pagman's a mile out of it, and Ormond Zoo the last one. Sava 2XL coming around the turn at the 3, still had it. On the outside, the filly General Factor laying down the law, and now Poet's Landing being produced. Deeper out then to Sir Garfield. It's Magic still a chance. Sava 2XL, he had a bit of a break, but here comes Poet's Landing. He's coming with every stride, and Sir Garfield late. Poet's Landing timing his run beautifully. Got the Sava 2XL, and the Triple Crown still alive. It's Poet's Landing, a length on the line. Sava 2XL getting through late in the photo. General Factor just couldn't see it out from Sir Garfield. Pagman closed off with It's Magic, and then Country Cop well back in the field. Momentum Amethyst, Vasal, Tomb Raider, Mary Magic, one of the last ones home with Ormond Zoo in the NT Derby, sponsored by Ladbrokes and Poet's Landing.
Poet's Landing repeats the dose there in the Northern Territory Derby. 7, 8 and 12 your numbers. $2 and $1.30 yours for theirs. For number 7, the winner there, Savatoxel second, also at $2, but for the drum, and $3.30 for number 12, General Factor. 7, 8 and 12 your numbers in the 6th. The feature there, the Derby up at Darwin. Race 1 at Menangle. Not too far away as Harness Racing starts to take centre stage here on Sky Racing 1. Some great greyhound racing as well, particularly tonight at the Meadows. But the first at Menangle, we've had not a complete switch in favouritism here, but Argyle Beach opened nice and short, $2.90, but all the way out to $3.70, has now been joined at the head of affairs by Coco's Fella, who also has been a drifter, sort of came in and then went back out again. It's more the drift on for Argyle Beach than a firm for Coco's Fella. They're both at 3.7. Brock's Territory has won its last couple up there in Sydney for Kerry Ann Morris. It's at $5 after opening at $5.50. Same can be said for another Kerry Ann Morris runner here, Santana's Rocket from Gate 3. And that's the on-top selection, by the way, from Brittany Graham. She's gone 3, 1, 6 and 2. You can get all her late mail on the Tab app. And in terms of the rest, double figures everywhere. Gate Speed's going to be a funny one here. I reckon there's going to be a couple of long odds like